This is Dr. Buddy Crum, and I'm here to bring you another Nehemiah nugget on rules of organizational development and leadership. It may be your time to change some habits. You know, Nehemiah and his miracle of building the wall in order to secure Jerusalem had a lot more significance than we really understand. Let's just take a look at it. First, the gates. We want to talk about the gates, a challenge. The gates, a change of perspective. Now the problem was people had developed some bad habits, if you want to call them habit. People were not returning to Jerusalem from Babylon because they were in the habit of living with the Babylonians. They'd grown used to being with them. In the world, but not of the world. That's what we say. But let's talk about the process for change and changing your organization. To accomplish change within your organization, you may need to change the habits, which are the underpinning of traditions of your organization, which identifies your culture. Now, habits, like anything, can be good or bad. Like money, it's whether they're good habits or bad habits. It's what's being accomplished by those habits. In order to change habits, you have to change behavior. You can't change behavior unless you change the perspective, which is the catalyst to perspective is perception. Let me give you a simple example that we are all familiar. Let's talk about, for example, smoking. Now, perception are those things which when you see something through your five senses, you see it, hear it, feel it, touch it, and at that point, you know or have something that you see as a sign. For example, about smoking, you may hear a commercial. You may hear someone give a lecture on how it's not healthy for you. But you probably will hear of an incident where a friend or someone that you've known has contacted lung cancer and is dying from lung cancer because they were such a smoker. In other words, something has affected your senses. You may read a statistic and it may change your senses. But from the sense, it must go to the mind. And that's what we call perspective.